For this video, I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite decks to play in Mythgard, period, right now, because it takes the things that I love the most about Mythgard and jams them all into one deck. This is a lot of rush creatures. It still has very much the kind of core, if you will, of the mono-red list that I shared in yesterday's video. However, it also adds in some of my favorite things from purple, specifically the ninja package, and being able to take advantage of the ninjas to kind of snowball your board while protecting your rush creatures is huge. This is a list that really likes to make use of impel, for example, because you can move around your rushers to continue to push damage. You can move around your ninjas to make sure that they're getting value. You get a lot of value out of Pentacle of Flavors once you're starting to use impel. It's also the reason why I still run the one of mistwalker gate, because being able to use it as like a trump card, if you will, for better than impel. It's like impel as a one-time use, but then you get to teleport around the board, and then if you put things on it, and then so on and so forth. Like, it's just, it's really good in this list as well. I'm a big fan of just like one mistwalker gate in most red decks anyway, as a great tech card, but this list is just a lot of fun. It's very snowbally, it's very board centric. It just kind of takes advantage of many of the things that I enjoy most about Mythgard, and as always, there will be the deck list in the video description so that you can import the list. So if you don't know how to do that, you can check my channel. I've got some videos on how the deck import and export feature works. But we're going to jump into 2 games, win or lose, so that I can show off this list. And as I said before, this is just a fun list for me. It's easily my favorite one to play because what makes Mythgard great, in my opinion, is the lanes, right? And the board interactions. All right. I think we need 2 pentacles here. But also, like, enchantments, and we've got a couple in here. Cool combat mechanics. So being able to move between them with impel, with the ninjas. Also, Racer and Shadow is great in this list, by the way, because when you're going second like we are here, and you start with your pursuit of already having 2 souls, using Racer and Shadow to take out an early threat and then get it immediately back off of your trigger, it just feels good. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because it'll be a while before that's relevant. Now, sadly, we don't have a good way to contest that, so we're just going to go hide in a corner. And then we're gonna take some damage against Valks. Their superior early game typically lets you kind of fall behind, and you try to get out of that with either really big Pentacle plays or sticking a ninja. So our success is going to be very much tied to if we can stick this Shinobi of Wind, because a Shinobi of Wind with a Pentacle on it kind of crushes Valks. Like, I'm not even trying to be too much of a hyperbole here, but alright, so that's also a bit of an issue. There's not much we can do there if we want to develop this Shinobi of Wind, and trust me, we very much want to develop this Shinobi of Wind. So in this instance, I think that this is a tough call. Actually, I think that this goes. I think we want to save the body here. Let's just go ahead and hide this in the corner for now. So the reason I wanted to save this is because next turn we're going to either play Pentacle, or we'll be stuck having to use Impel to move this away, and then also use Ignition or Trapezists. But again, we're going to fall a bit behind here. There's not a lot that we can really do against their superior start. They just have bigger statted creatures than we do, and that's the nature of Valks. It's one of the reasons I like playing Valks. Valks is also just, in my opinion, a very fun list. Now, I suspect that they're going to try to block our ninja, so we will likely have to teleport to this position. Oh, they just have the ice spike. Well, that is even worse for us. They are hitting us with every possible, like, potential bad outcome. Now we have to hope they just don't have another good answer here, but I assume they're gonna... Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, now, a couple of different ways we can handle this. Yes, we have the wings. But, and I know what I'm about to say is gonna sound crazy. If we, instead of using the wings, go with a 2-for-1 with the daring trapezists, it's technically a 1-for-1 because we'll trigger our journey and we'll get this one back from the boneyard. So I know that sounds weird, but it is ultimately going to end up, I think, being the correct play. So again, kind of manipulating journey a bit here to make sure that we get our value back. It also means that going into this next turn, which will be winter, hopefully this will be enough to kill this outright. But we will get one of these back. Oh, they're on horn. Alright, that's good to know. That's good to know. Horn's a very powerful card. Interesting that they're not developing here. So this is actually working out very well for us, because this is going to be a great turn for us to develop ourselves. We're going to go ahead and do this and definitely nuke here, because again, with the winter, we get a lot of value. And I think we're just going to go ahead and take our double 2-drops. I don't think we burn anything quite yet. We're saving this. The thing about this is, yeah. The thing about this is it's like removal in many ways. That thunderclap was, you know, for obvious reasons, not great for us. That's also not great for us because that's a great top deck for them. Alright, so this is actually, in my opinion, going to be a pretty fun turn. So we get to plop this baby down, right? Get some damage in. And then we can go ahead and sacrifice this so that this gets immortal to make the trade. And we are starting to trip over our mana a bit, so I think we'll ship this back. There's an argument to be made about keeping that. I think we'll ship that back. We do need to get our shinobi up and running again, because as I said, if you can stick one of those, it does wonders. Oof. Well, we're just gonna have to, I guess, take the trade here. There's not a lot we can really do to protect this at this point. So we'll take the ignition and trade in. Hope that they don't have an answer for our ninja. I mean, we do get another trapezist back now.
All right ahead.
And the trapezist is nice. Alright, so here's one of the most fun things to do with the ninjas, right? Like, this is why I like this deck. So we can go ahead and do this. But then we can do this to nuke that while also hitting them here. And so the idea is that hopefully they just don't draw anything that can contest to this very well, and it just continues to zip around the board forever. Now, there are answers that definitely exist.
All right ahead.
But we'll just keep on doing the zip zap zapperoo. So, like, a Valkyrie bounce is obviously annoying because we lose the pentacle. But no, this'll be it. So the first thunderclap was pretty devastating, and we were certainly behind for quite a bit, right? Their superior creature stats can put you in a bit of a pickle against Valks early on. Oh look, a nice promotion. Yes, I know I'm still only silver, but travel really hurt my playing time. But you can see the comeback mechanics. You can see where, in my opinion, like the strength of the decks kind of shines in terms of like trying to take control of the board, use the lane mechanics to kind of move around. Like it's just a shifty, fun deck in my opinion. But with these videos, we play 2 games, win or lose, so it's not over yet. Gonna take another shot here. Going second again, but sadly no racer this time. A lot of ninjas though, and the pentacle. You know what my favorite thing about pentacle is? My absolute favorite thing? My favorite thing is taking a trip to Flavortown. That's right. This is just Guy Fieri ninjas. Now, we're gonna have a really awkward turn here. Despite us having a pretty low curve, right? Like, a pretty low curve? We don't have anything to play next turn. Thankfully, they also didn't have anything to play next turn. We're gonna ship back one of these because we have 3. Even though that card is amazing. Gotta get a purple gem somehow. Don't want to get rid of both of the options. And then this gives us the most flexibility going into this turn. Right now, we're likely just reacting. Unless they pass the turn again. If they pass the turn again, then we might slap this down. No, you still, I think, go with a ninja here. I think ninja's likely going to be our play regardless, but the question, I guess, will be more which one. Ooh. All right, that actually changes things a bit. That might be the only card that would have made me not want to develop a Shinobi of Wind. Simply because whatever they play next can just trade into our ninja before we get the opportunity. So we're just going to trade right back, I think. I'm just trying to decide, do I want to ship back Wings or Ringmaster? And I actually think Abaddon makes more sense here, because if we keep going up till we get to 6, even though our mana base technically caps at 5, 6 is your real cap because you want to be able to play this plus a ninja to get an immediate trigger. But this is annoying enough that you want to get rid of it. For sure, in my opinion. But yeah, I think at this stage, as we're getting a little bit later, holding on to one of these makes sense. Because if you can play this and then get immediate value out of a ninja, that's a pretty big deal. Alright, if that's all they play this turn, then this is okay. And then we can start getting one of these sweet, sweet ninjas up and running to tamper down the board a bit. But they will generate quite a few resources. Well, maybe we don't get the ninja going yet. I think we still want to keep one of each. But now I think we just take value trades, right? Continue trying to snowball your board position. Play fundamentals. I mean, they look like they're on mono red. Though it is curious they're also running impel. But if they are on mono red, then this is going to be a game likely decided by who can control the board the best. And so we want that to be us. Oh. This is probably another vampire coming down then. Because of the... No? Okay, okay. I think here we have this one go back because we already have the raider. We'll just take the damage, and we're going to go ahead and develop this and hope that it sticks. And the next turn, that opens up our ringmaster plus wind play, but we want this one developed because with the swift we might be able to get the attack. Alright, so magmataur was a punish, right? But like if we played over here, our ninja for sure gets absolutely shreked, so we had to hope that they didn't have it. And instead they absolutely had it. So we alter our game plan a bit. It's not the end of the world, right? We can do this. But we are in a bit of a pickle. There's no question about that. I think we wait. I don't think that we want to burn any of those if we don't have to. Yeah, this was a bit of a punish, but I don't think that there was a good way to play around it. Because if they didn't have any sort of answer, again, we wanted our smoke to be able to swift over, hit the one, which would have cleared the middle for us to then play ringmaster into wind. But now we're kind of stuck in a position where we need to hope that things... Oh, that's not good. They found their other ringmaster. Yep. And then burn a card and use said ignition. Yeah, we are sadly falling way behind, mostly because we don't have a good way to get this shinobi to stick. I mean, this at least gets that out of the way, but we're still likely taking... Actually, I think we would go ahead and block. So we're taking, right now, only 2, plus whatever they end up playing from hand. Oh, they top-decked the other magmataur! Well, I mean, that's probably game. Sometimes you just lose to double magmataur, like it happens. It's a good game, though. It's a good game, though. Our need to force the ninjas through was... I mean, it's kind of like a requirement, right? To try to get them to protect your board. We never had a good opportunity, but magmataur will do that, right? Like, that will prevent your opportunity, and we didn't find ours. So, that's 2 games, win or lose. I always wish that there are more wins than losses. Sadly, this video is not the case, but don't... Hey, let me point this out. Don't let that loss fool you. This has a record that I'm comfortable with, right? Like, that's the first loss that I've had on this list, so don't let that fool you, okay? This is a great deck. I encourage you to play it. Or actually, you know what? Don't. I encourage you not to play it. I don't want to play against it because it is... it's really annoying to play against. I don't know why I'm actually sharing this now. That's it. I'm just not going to put this on YouTube. I've decided that this will just be my little secret. No, I will share it. Anyway, if you made it this far and you're still listening to me ramble like a madman, Cthulhu bless you. I love you all, and hopefully you will stick around and watch some future videos.